Dad just got the tractor hooked up to the plastic layer. Rain Flow Model 480. We bought it like probably 4 years ago now or something close to that. And you might have seen this last year and in the previous years, but I'll just kind of go over how it works again. Most plastic layers are just all manual. You're gonna set all this stuff by hand and adjust it, you know, when you stop, and you just have to go again. And if it's not right, stop again and adjust. But this has hydraulics, and I can adjust these discs in or out, back and forth on the fly. That way, if it's covering too much or if we're on a side hill, I can adjust it to make it perfect, which makes it really nice, especially having these rolling hills. And it's also got row track, which keeps the planter from falling downhill. And so you'll see it a lot better as we get going, but basically has these two shoes that gathers the dirt. The dirt is already plowed, nice and, like, we'll say powdery. It's gonna funnel right back through there. And then this disc is gonna pick up more dirt, run it along the side, and then these discs are gonna put more on the side. That way the plastic doesn't pick up in the wind or anything like that. We're still not 100% sure what we wanna drip this year under the plastic, but we have 3 rolls. We can do tomatoes, peppers, basically anything in plastic that we want to. So Sammy's just getting this unrolled, and then we're gonna put it up on the holder up top there. We'll keep this on for now until we get it on it. Oh, I guess we have to see which way the drip tape's going. So now we gotta look at the diagram. Somewhere on here there's a diagram. I think this is where we want it to go.
Just don't show you which way it goes. I guess it goes this way.
It used to have a diagram, but I think the sticker fell off.
Is that right?
I think so.
Yep, that's it.
Okay, so we're just taking off. We got a roll of plastic here for our spare. This is gonna be our main roll. To make it the most efficient as possible, we're gonna have one of our helpers be at one end, Sammy's gonna be at the other. That way they can help us get started and cover the ends. That way the wind doesn't come right up under it and start lifting it back up. So Sammy's gonna pick them up right now at the Kubota. I'm not even quite sure where she went, but they're out clipping garlic scapes at the moment. This right here is gonna be our early pepper field. We always put our first peppers in plastic, and then the other peppers will just go in bare ground, which is all the peppers on those wagons right there. There's Sammy. So we just got started. I never record at first just because we're always getting the kinks worked out and figuring out who we want where and how we're gonna do it exactly. But the first 3 rows actually went very well. We're actually creating a drive road right now, and then we'll do probably 6 more rows. Sammy's at this end, just leveling out the beds on the end, covering the plastic. And then at the other end, we have our helper, and he's doing the same exact thing. So this is exactly how I want it to be laying. And then if I want, I can take this control right here, and now watch my right disc. Now I'm covering too much, I'll back it off. And that's what's so nice about this layer, is that it's fully adjustable right on the fly. So then once we get to the end, usually we have a knife, I just have a pair of scissors. I'll cut this off. All right. This thing has an automatic cutter on it, or kind of like a pull lever cutter, but I don't trust it. So I just cut it with the scissors or a knife. Now that'll turn around, we'll immediately start doing the next row. And that's when Sammy will now take this bed and level all this high dirt out, cover that end a little bit, and just wait for us to get back with the next row. Again, this thing is advertised to be able to start on its own too, but because we have limited room. Good?
A little bit.
Because we have limited room, we want the plastic to start right at the beginning of the field. We don't really want to waste anything. So I'll just pull this out, and then I'll stand on it for him to start. All right, drop it. And then once he takes off and it's held in good, they'll just run up and get right on the layer. Good? Yeah. Sammy with the football throw or toss. And now we're off again. All right. Okay, so the first field's done. Like I said, that's our early season peppers. Sammy's finishing up the last row. And now we're moving up to the pickles, cucumbers, and zucchini, which is right here below the early season cole crops. We had to take a little break from laying plastic because we have a guy that's hired to come and spray our fields, and my dad had to go work with him for a little. So I thought that gave me the perfect opportunity to come out here to the farm market, especially when we're closed since it's Monday, and start getting our zinnia little patch prepped. And so the first thing I'm gonna be doing is giving this some fertilizer. We limed and fertilized it, I think, the first year. We didn't do anything to it last year. The zinnias still did great, but we thought it was time now to give them some nutrients. I don't exactly know what this is. I got it out of our corn planter. I'd have to talk to Dad later on to see what it is. But he figured for this size patch, we're gonna need around 11 to 12 pounds for this entire little patch. I wanna spread this out evenly. So I got this McDonald's cup, and I'm just gonna kind of go around the entire thing and just do a nice even spread. So the fertilizer is spread. Really, these weeds should have been killed, but we're gonna be laying fabric over top this after I till it twice. So I'm hoping they're not really gonna cause a problem. So it's definitely not going as fast as what I thought it was going to. I'm like almost 3/4 of the way done with the first till, and the rocks are no better than back on the farm. Very bony. I'm not gonna take the time though to pick the rocks out because I would literally spend hours and hours here. And so because it's just very bony, and also because it's not very wet, I'm barely getting down more than like 2-3 inches at the very most. All I'm really doing is just pulling up these weeds, which is a good thing, but I need to be at least 3 or 4 inches deeper than what I am now. So it's definitely gonna take a second till, maybe even possibly a third, but we'll see how it goes. So there's the guy spraying our fields. Absolutely monster sprayer. Definitely the biggest tractor on our farm, that's for sure. Small car could drive under that thing.
Say that again.
You see the black one?
Logan's a little dusty today. Job well done.
All right, so we just finished up. I don't know exactly how many rows we laid today. Most of them were 500 foot. These here are tomatoes, so these are 800 foot. And there's like 9 rows, almost 10 rows. And then we probably laid another 12 or 15 down below for our cantaloupe, watermelon, pickles, and zucchini. The big tractor's leaving, sadly. Now that we're done, we came in here to the greenhouse. It's just gonna finish up, do some touch-up watering here and there, just to get us through till tomorrow morning. We'll give it one good water and then start loading again for the Hometown Farmers Market. With that being said, that's what I'm gonna call it a wrap for this video. As always, thank you guys for watching, and always remember it ain't much, but it's honest work. If you haven't already, please subscribe.